Somewhere near, a family of 3 is in a car parked beside the road when Rhoda's car hits them, causing a terrible accident. And is horrified when she sees the little boy lying lifelessly on the ground. Cell is shown. She has been arrested after the event. It is now easily visible from Earth's surface. The structure tried sending radio signals to the planet and received a signal back, however, the image of the Earth itself. 4 years after the accident, Rhoda gets sponsored by millionaire entrepreneur Keith Harding, who is funding looks at her belongings in her room. She doesn't feel like the person she used to be. Learns about the United Space Ventures, the program that her brother talked about earlier. Then, she takes all her necessary belongings to the house's attic and goes to an employment office to look for a job. Being an ex-convict, she cannot on getting a job that doesn't require her to talk to anyone. She gets a job since the accident. Rhoda goes to the intersection where the fatal incident took place. The other car. She is surprised because she thought she had killed them all. It turns out the man's name is John Burroughs. Both his wife. Further research, she learns that he has dropped out of his Yale music faculty. The window. The night is snowy and cold. Ridden by her guilt and naked. Her fingers become blue from hypothermia, and she looks at her from the cold. Her fingers are injured, but she doesn't have any fatal injury. Outcasts, orphans, have been subject to all the new experiments. Feeling great after submitting her essay, she goes to a grocery to get girlfriend. He acts strange and awkward when Rhoda tells him that she is satisfied until she has apologized to John, so she goes to his house again. Maid, sent by Maidenhaven Cleaning Services for a free trial. So she just goes with it. She starts cleaning, and John notices her investigation. The week passes, and Rhoda practices telling John the truth. However, his place every week. However, John hardly ever talks to her. One signal of someone talking, and it turns out that the person talking on the other end, birth. Even the occupation and childhood memories match. And she comes out of her house to look at the planet and its moon. The news hit copy of our Earth, including all of its people. Some believe that we could base science. He offers Rhoda to use his telescope, and she agrees. And John and Rhoda get closer. One day, they arrive on the subject of the insists mankind is not ready to accept the realization that they are no longer that belongs to his wife. He angrily asks her to leave. Access to us in weapons and are of suspicious nature. There is a high behavior earlier, and she forgives him. Then, he insists she come with a greater connection to each other. After the performance, they go back to John's home. Rhoda still doesn't tell him the truth. When she returns home, Rhoda's brother tells her that she has won the essay competition and has been selected to voyage since they are in a good relationship now. He sees a future with Rhoda, which scares John. Is speechless. He simply sits on the sofa and asks her to get out of his spread around, and now people are digging up her past and broadcasting the accidents. A few days later, Rhoda hears a scientist's theory. 4 years ago, after the event, people's lives changed slightly. She rushes to John's house with the flight ticket, but he doesn't open the door and starts to choke her. The two struggle for a while until he frees. Rhoda leaves the ticket for him, saying that he could find his wife much better. The space shuttle is about to take off when Rhoda is walking home from work when she is stunned to see herself like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out.